Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is May 4th. It's about 5:54 a.m. Happy Thursday. This is a little show I've been doing for a long, long time. Almost 4 years. It's a lot of talking in 4 years. A lot of talking. I don't know if I've said anything of value, but we're just going to keep on going because we have fun with it. But anyway, it's a show about me talking and sharing some experiences, kind of sharing a little bit of the story of one man's life. I don't know if my story is any more interesting than your story or anybody else's story. Hello there from Vietnam. Oh, RJ. One of my favorite viewers is named RJ, and he's very active, and I really appreciate him. I can lean on him when I need him. He slams the like all the time, but he says some funny things. I guess he's young. He's young. And he said, May the 4th be with you. And it is true. It is May 4th. And all the Star Wars geeks of the world, and I'm in some ways a Star Wars geek. I was in 4th grade when the original Star Wars came out. My friend Chris McCracken saw it 12 times at the theater. 12 times. That's a lot of times at the theater. But you got to remember that was before Blockbuster or Netflix or cell phones or what have you. If you wanted to see a movie, you had to go scuttle your butt on down to the theater and go see it. And Chris McCracken saw it 12 times in 4th grade. 4th grade was a transformational year for me. My parents moved my family moved from one side of the town to the other, and moved across a busy road in Downers Grove named Ogden Avenue, for those that care. And, hello, Dennis. Hello, RJ. And I moved from a school called Pierce Downer, where I, grown up in, to a school in kind of what seemed like a wealthier neighborhood at the time called Bel Air. And I went from what I thought was a fairly cool kid to a new kid when I switched schools. And I switched in the last couple of weeks of 4th grade, actually. And it was a hard transition for me. And I think I got picked on a little bit at my new school. Not that I may not have deserved to get picked on a little bit, but I think it was a harder time where kids were a little tougher, meaner, certainly less sensitive. And again, I went from being what I think was a fairly popular, cool kid in one school to, a transitional year or several years for me. That was. So anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking and sharing some of life experiences, sharing stories. Oh, you're so sweet. Cody, that's so sweet of you. Sharing stories about 4th grade, stories about my viewers, stories about Star Wars, stories about Downers Grove, or even Chris McCracken. Thank you, Gloria Cunningham, for following the host. You guys know it's a show, hello from Nashville, about much more than all those stories put together. It is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a hot cup of coffee in front of me. I don't know if you can see the steam coming out of it. Thank you, Josie Whitfield, for following the host. I appreciate anybody that follows the host. I appreciate anybody that joins me at all and stays tuned and makes a comment or just listens and hopefully gets something from the show. Because my point of this show, honestly, is to help people feel they're not alone. And that we all have our issues and all have our struggles, and that I'm a guy with a big smile and look like I got a lot going on in life, but I have my issues and challenges as well. So I think we're all doing the best we can every day, and I think that's the lesson of this show. But anyway, as I said, I have a hot cup of coffee in front of me. My only hope at this Thursday morning, is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I chose wisely this morning. I chose very wisely in the morning. Oh no, RJ. Oh no. Oh no. Was laying in bed with my typical panic thoughts going on through my mind, which is kind of common when I first wake up in the morning. I'm facing several fairly significant challenges right now in life, and I'm rolling with it as best I can. Oh, I am going to enjoy my coffee. And my experience is when you face a lot of challenges or a lot of stressors, like career change, divorce, moving, those sort of things, big ones, I'd say fairly big ones, especially the divorce. Because oftentimes a divorce will lead to some of your other challenges. And in my case, it certainly did. But anyway, I wake up and I'm going, crap, 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 crap. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Mind racing. And I laid in bed. It was 5 o'clock. It was still kind of dark out. Stressed and fretted for a little while. Felt fairly comfortable in bed and started doing what I do, which is thanking the Lord and showing some gratitude and going through a list of things I'm grateful for. And the last one was, thank you, Lord, for my coffee. And then all of a sudden, in a almost loud voice from inside, but exploding out, the coffee decision was made for me this morning. And out of my mouth, aloud, laying in bed by myself in this tiny little ranch home in North Naperville, all alone, burst one word: Sumatra. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the 10 Commandments, but I'm thinking back to this. There was a voiceover going on in the 10 Commandments. I think it's a really good movie. I think they play it like on Easter every year. Really a long movie, like 6 or 7 hours. Holy smokes. It starts at 4 and like ends at 11. And I might be stretching it a little bit on each side, but it's a long one. It's going well, Rock Dugan. There was a voiceover, this big, powerful voice from the 50s or 60s, whenever it was made, kind of a lordly voice. And after I blurted out Sumatra, I, in my mind, heard, so let it be written, so let it be done. And that was a common phrase from the 10 Commandments. Maybe it was in the Pharaoh's voice. I don't remember. Is this Coffee with Ken on a Thursday with Ken? Corey, it is Coffee with Ken on a Thursday. I don't know if it's a Thursday with Ken. The show is not officially called Thursday with Ken. There's been a couple spin-offs suggested. It's kind of funny. I work at a job. I work at a local retail store, a super Target, and I work full-time. And I'm twice divorced with 4 kids, and I work kind of hard, and it's a job I enjoy, but it's physical. Ken Day is the best day of the week. That could be another one. But one of the struggles I'm facing right now, it doesn't cover my bills, quite honestly. I've got, again, a lot of responsibilities and a lot of bills, and I switched in careers, and I took this job as the next step. So that's kind of been weighing heavily on me. And it's funny, somebody said, is this Thursday with Ken? There's been several spin-offs suggested for my typical Coffee with Ken. And Thursday with Ken could be one. Ken Day is the best day. That could be a good spin-off. We've had some serious discussions with top people in very important positions at several huge media outlets. I'm not allowed to share them right now. Have come suggesting Soup with Ken, which would be a lunch hour special. But and one of the most recent spinoffs I've done, and I did it yesterday, and I think I might do it again today, was Coffee Break with Ken, which usually runs around 9:50 or 9:30 every workday morning. And that's kind of fun because I'm in my, I don't know if you guys care at all about this, but I get a coffee break at work every 2 hours, or a break at work every 2 hours, and I scurry out to my car, sit in my car, drink coffee out of a purple Yeti. Oftentimes we'll edit my live videos that I do to, I don't know, grow my social media presence, I guess. Build something of significance on various social media platforms. And sometimes I go live at that time. And I only have 15 minutes total, so I only can do the live for about 11 or 12 minutes, counting the scurry from and to my store. And I don't know. I enjoy doing it, and it's a different view, and it looks different. The lighting's different. My emotions are different because I'm not just waking up. Good morning, Aqua Woman. Thank you for joining. My emotions are different because I've already been up for several hours, already been drinking coffee, already been doing some work, already had some weird experiences other than waking up in a panic in bed. I need a Ken show about this coffee journey and talk to guests. Lots of people suggest talking to guests. Lots of people suggest interviews. I don't know. There's a lot of guys. Joe Rogan does interviews. Howard Stern does interviews. Oprah does interviews. Ellen DeGeneres did interviews. Almost everyone does interviews. How many people sit there with a cup of coffee and just talk? And maybe it's boring as crap. Maybe you want me talking to, I don't know who. Maybe you, but I mean, I do it at like 5:30 in the morning. Who am I gonna interview? Hey, come on over to my house at 5:30. Thank you so much for following the host. Interviews get good content with two perspectives. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of options for interview shows. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I just can't imagine interviewing anybody. I mean, I do this show first thing in the morning when I get out of bed, when I'm pouring my coffee and rubbing the sleep out of my eyes. The next time I do this show is in my car on coffee breaks. Tuesday interviews. I just don't know who I'd interview. I just don't know who you would care to interview. And I've talked about it before. The mayor of Naperville, a town of 150,000, was doing an interview show one day a week on various social media platforms. I got a bigger audience than the mayor of Naperville, who would interview the CEO of the local hospital or the head of the police department. Doesn't need to be an interviewer, just a guest star on the show. Drink your smacha. Thank you, Edmund Old School. Thank you, Edmund Old School, for reminding me. RJ. Oh, what is this show about? What is this show about? It's about life. It's about, I don't know, struggles. It's about feeling good. It's overcoming those struggles. It's getting your ass kicked and picking yourself back up. It's working hard. It's chasing your dreams. It's enjoying your coffee. It's loving your children. It's loving yourself. It's working on yourself. And it's enjoying the small things. It's about moving forward. Already made it in life, so you could easily start a show. You're right, Corey. When my name is on a mug, I have achieved it. I have climbed my way to the top of the mountain because I do have mugs with. It's about climbed my way to the top of the mountain because I have my name on a mug, and several people have their names on my mugs too. Or no, my name on their mugs. I had that backwards. Because as I said before, I bought 300 of them and gave them out to local people. But I haven't had any to give out in like 6 months, at least. I don't know when I gave my last one out. Maybe it was 8 months ago. I miss my mugs. Corey, I like you. Corey, I hope... Corey, you might... RJ. RJ was the front runner for Fan of the Year. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a huge award for Fan of the Year. And RJ is frequent and slams the likes. And I got a lot of great people that watch my show. The Silent Hammer, Julie, Mama Hamilton from time to time. But Corey J is really starting to move his way up. And I don't even know Corey J. And I don't know if Corey J even knows me or has ever watched my show or even follows my show. But he said some really good things in the last 3 minutes. Most often he's loving that my name is on the mug. And for a guy that needs an ego boost at this early hour, I appreciate you for being there for me when I needed it, Corey J. So anyway, it's 6:10 in the morning. I'm working today. I'm working tomorrow. I'm working on Saturday. And I've got a lot of big decisions to make. And for some reason, I've been slow. Well, I think I've been slow to make them because the decisions haven't come to me yet, or the answers haven't come to me yet. And every day I'm getting a little closer to it. I got to find a new place to live. I think I probably have to find a new career, or at least a new job, in the next short bit of time. I would love to do something with this, and I'd love to do something with this, and I don't know, see where it went. And it's going. It's going. We're making headway. We're gaining traction every day. We're gaining subscribers, gaining followers, gaining viewers, gaining likes, gaining an audience. And I've been doing the show for, I'd say about a year in a business like fashion, or a year and change. Since the beginning of last year, year and change. And my focus has always been on growth, and growing an audience, and growing impact, and making a bigger difference every day, and never really on monetization. I mean, it's been in the back of my mind, and it comes up, of course, because I'm trying to figure out how to do it, professionally. And maybe I got to interview some people to do it. I don't know. It works for Howard Stern and Oprah. I guess I'm talking about real successful people. They interview people. I should maybe copy them. Corey, you're a good man. Thank you for joining, Corey. I'll miss you. Have a great day at work. Hello, Vira. Hello, Belle. Thank you all so much for following the host, for liking the lives. RJ is a man of the video game era, and RJ's probably got very fast thumbs, fast fingers. And nobody can slam the like my man RJ. Hello, Silent Hammer. Silent Hammer's speaking out, slamming the like a little bit as well. I don't even know how to slam a like. I don't even know how to do it. When I guess I don't watch very many live shows. I'll occasionally watch one that interests me. Or occasionally I'll watch one of these meditative ones where there's some guy that looks like a Buddhist monk playing these bowls or playing some music. Sometimes I'll watch some woman making strange whispering noises like this. What do they call that? ASMR, I think. And it's supposed to relax you and help you sleep. And they'll make little crinkly noises. Good morning, Lois. Hello from Bali. Somebody from Bali just followed the host. Offhand. And I could probably guess where Bali is. But offhand, I couldn't go I'd start near Indonesia is where I would start if I had to go to a globe, which is just kind of North Australia and kind of over there. Kind of over there on that side of the earth. But I don't even know for sure where Bali is. But I would start in Indonesia. Am I right? I don't know. Hopefully they answer. Hopefully they're still there. Hopefully I didn't offend them. It might be a suburb of Chicago. It's a hop, skip, and a jump from Western Australia. Okay, well I was right then, because that's where on the globe I was spinning to. Some reason I just thought of the big flat map that we all looked at I used to look at on the school wall growing up. The map that showed Greenland the size of like half the globe and what have you, that stretched certain spots in our Earth for whatever reason. Well, I think it's hard turning a round object that is the globe, thank you, sugar, into a flat piece. Christopher Columbus didn't try and do that. He tried to prove that the world was round. I don't know if any of that's true. I'm getting my history kind of mixed up. The details are a little fuzzy from 700 years ago. Yeah. Well, thank you, Jessica Mundi. I appreciate it. I appreciate the kind words. Now that I've lost, I think I forgot his name already. My favorite fan who passed, my longtime watcher, RJ, because he said some complimentary things about my mug. I forgot his name already. I think it was Jerome. And Jessica's moving up the rankings, chasing down RJ. But anyway, it's about 6:13 on this Thursday morning, and I want to go through the rest of my morning feeling kind of calm and feeling kind of casual. Sometimes I'll talk till 6:30 or 6:35, and then I gotta shove down a bowl of cereal or eat some cottage cheese or shove a bagel. Oh, I wanted to talk about something real quickly. Last night I kind of had a little, decided to mix it up a little bit. I think I've been taking like a vow of solitude since my divorce was started like a year and a half ago, and I haven't really done anything socially. Hey, thank you, RJ. I haven't done anything socially at all. I haven't gone out. I kind of work and play with my kids and sleep. But last night I went to see a movie, and I went with a friend and had a nice time and saw the movie Air, which is a movie about the recruiting of Michael Jordan to Nike, and it's done by a new movie production company by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And I thought it was a good movie, especially for somebody that grew up in Chicago and grew up watching Michael Jordan come to the Bulls and dominate the world of basketball, and knowing the impact he had on certainly this area, but from watching the movie, it seems almost like the whole world, and I think he probably did. And it was about the recruiting of him to Nike, and he was barely even in, he wasn't really even in the movie. It was kind of interesting the way they did that. But there was clips from, his college days and clips from some of the pro things, and brought back a lot of memories, but it also told me a story that I wasn't really familiar with regarding Jordan, and I found it pretty interesting. I don't think it's going to win a Best Picture or anything like that, or any Best Actors, although I thought Matt Damon did a really believable, great job as the guy that was putting in most of the effort to, towards recruiting them and landing them. And Jason Bateman's in the movie, and he's such a lovable guy. He's just one of those guys that you kind of want to hug. And there was a touching moment where he talked about what it is to be a divorced dad, and how, the gym shoes impacted his relationship with his daughter strangely. But he told a little quick story, but it touched me as a divorced dad, and connected with me in a way I didn't expect from the movie. And it was just like a 1-minute talk by him, and it was kind of touching. So I thought it was real interesting that way. Sugar is single and seriously needs a man that is ready for marriage. Well, Sugar, I'm not ready for marriage. I just went out for the first time last night in about a year and a half. And I just got divorced about 4 months ago or 3 months ago. And I think I might be ready to start pulling my head out from under the covers and seeing what's going on in the outside world, and maybe start socializing in a sort of way like that, going to see some movies and going to, hang out, but keeping it low key right now, and until life takes me in a different turn. So that's my plan. And the rest of my plan is going at my morning, eating my cereal, showering, heading off to work, having as great of a day as I possibly can at work, hopefully spreading some cheers, spreading some smiles, spreading a little love, spreading a little joy amongst the customers that come through my aisle. And looking forward to my day. And I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. I'm excited about doing some thinking and moving forward, and kind of working on some things and feeling good and enjoying the day just as much as possible. I get to pick up my little nugget of love, Augie, at 3:45 today, and I'm going to love on him for a few hours, and looking forward to that. Hey, thank you for the diamonds, or somebody's giving me something. Thank you for all that. Knackers from Australia. I appreciate it. Wow, it's still counting up. I'm not even sure what all those things mean. Oh, he's sending weights. It's the most interesting things, the random gifts uh, that one sends, like diamonds and roses. You'd understand, but you can send weights. Somebody just sent me weights. Knackers from Australia sent me weights times 20. Don't know what that means even. Yesterday, somebody sent me like a coffee cup on the bottom that exploded, and it was kind of exciting. I've been sent hats, sombreros, where suddenly this bald man's wearing a sombrero or a mustache. I don't fully understand TikTok. Strength in me, brother. Oh, well, thank you so much, Knackers. I appreciate that. You're a good man. I appreciate the encouragement and the goodwill and the weights. And I appreciate you guys for watching. So anyway, one more big sip of coffee. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this Thursday morning. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful night's sleep. Hope you're looking forward to your day. Hope it be productive and, I don't know, maybe spiritually uplifting. And, hope you're feeling good. Hope you're forgiving yourself. I hope you're loving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.